Warning. The Federal Communications Commission has determined the following content to be emotionally harmful.
Funny things that you think's funny aren't funny.
Give me cocks all the time. I want cocks all over me.
The Alan Cox Show kicks ass, man.
Welcome.
Show me what you got.
You're not going to see a lot of cocks on TV.
Alan Cox from the Alan Cox Show.
I don't know what it's about you, but I can't even stand your voice. I think you're the biggest asshole alive.
It's gonna be a great show.
Let's kick it. I'll say kick it, and you'll just kick it with a tasty groove, okay? 1, 2, 3, kick it. Kick it. Come on. God damn.
Hey, what's going on, gang? Good afternoon. Hello. Happy Monday. Happy opening day. All that stuff.
Dingus Day.
Right, Dingus Day. Show the dingus. You know, so many things that have heretofore been such cultural signposts, whatever the word is, in Northeast Ohio. You know, they've gone virtual. They can go right by you these days. Who knows? Anyway, welcome. My name is Alan Cox. Thank you for showing up. A short show today, but we'll do whatever feels right in the subsequent 90 minutes.
Feels good.
Until the Tribe Game. Say hello to Bill Squire, who's right over there.
Hey, creepy hugs, everyone. Thanks for listening to and watching this episode of the Alan Cox Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share a cold one with the boys.
There's Mary Santora right there.
Hi, guys. No babies.
And Poundcake is back behind the glass.
Afternoon, white people.
Bill and Mary and myself all decked out in our tribe gear. I'm wearing my, I don't know how it happened, but Bill did some magic and gifted me some time ago with an Indians jersey with the name of White Sox legend Jim Thome on the back. That's him trolling me, but I wear it proudly.
Does he have a statue at the ballpark in Chicago?
He does.
Does he?
Well, he has his name on a door in the front office,
right,
because that's where he works.
Yes.
Right.
It's kind of like a statue,
It's
right?
a living statue, I guess.
It is.
It's a removable statue.
Yeah, they don't need to have a statue of Jim Thome because they can see him in the hallways. Like, hey, Jim! Like they're running into him at the water cooler and right. Anywho, Poundcake, of course, wants nothing to do with it. We're all going to the game. We all bought some tickets. We're going to have some fun. Mary won't have any beers, but whatever. She can't hang, right? I'm all excited today. I feel good. I've tried to put myself in like this kind of jittery mindset. Right. I haven't had anything to eat.
I almost called you Cody.
Don't call me
I was
Cody.
so used to yelling at him. I was like, Cody.
Cody, how dare you?
You gotta eat, Alan. Or are you saving up for hot dogs?
Well, I want to have a hot dog.
Yes.
But, well, on any given day, I don't eat between 8 p.m. and noon the next day. But today, I haven't had anything to eat. And I'm having a monster right now. I just want to...
Oh, yeah, you're going to be shaking.
I want to get a little jittery. You know, it might be a rain delay today. Who knows, right? We're going to be in nosebleeds anyway, right? Aren't we?
Not nosebleeds. I mean, we're
Okay.
in the bleachers. We're in the right field bleachers, like row H. So, I mean, it's not nosebleeds,
Isn't
but
there
it's
only one set of bleachers?
not... Yeah, I guess so. So it's right, but they're the right field bleachers.
I didn't want to say it.
Actually, left
I
field
was
like,
bleachers.
did
Left field bleachers. So
Did
we're in the
they add
bleachers.
more bleachers?
I was worried I was going to call him Cody.
We're in the bleachers.
You were in the bleachers, right?
Left field, actually.
Poundcake wanted nothing to do with it, by the way.
Especially because I had to pay.
He was so
Oh my God.
I would have bought him a ticket. He didn't say
You
no.
made a friggin' what?
$42 an hour.
Yeah, you made $42 for a 90-second sports break.
Not the point. I'm not adding anything,
So
so I'm
what
going
I'm
to give
saying
it
is-
back to the Indians organization?
No, that the three of us essentially bought your ticket. You'd have had to throw in like $20.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
Okay.
No.
The guy who orders $300 a month on Uber Eats.
It's not even the point.
I'm consuming that.
I would have bought him a ticket. He didn't go, man, I can't really afford it, blah, blah, blah. I would have
said,
happily
"I don't
said,
work
I would have said, I'll buy you tickets
Bill-
on me. Nothing.
Yeah,
Not
Bill
a thing.
asked-
He got,
No.
forget it. No.
He's
Are
a-
you guys going to be there? I don't want to go.
Nah, it's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
Bill
I like
asked
sports ball.
if I wanted to go, and I was just like, no. That's all. Literally no. So that's okay. You guys enjoy.
It was the exact opposite. I didn't even respond, and he was like, "You want a ticket?" I was like, "Yeah, you know, I definitely want to go."
Yeah, why don't you want to go?
Because I don't want to go.
Wow, this guy, when given an opportunity,
Debbie Downer.
Listen, we know it's not really about the ball game. I mean, it kind of is.
Hanging
but it's
out, being
hanging
outside,
out.
having a hot dog.
I'm
And
trying
a
to be
show
a
trip.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to be a booster.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my tribe jersey. It's heresy where I come from, but I'm doing it, and I'm so we're all making sacrifices. This guy, no, I won't do it. So what are you doing instead? What are your plans this afternoon?
Going home.
We'll be out of here. Oh, fun.
Squeaky time.
Oh, what a good time he's going to have. What, go home and what? Eat some chips?
Yeah, catching up on.
Watch television?
Some television, yep.
Ugh.
Leftover,
what are you going to watch?
Leftover Easter food.
Ugh. Boy, I got so much ham at my house.
I was going to say, we had a lot of ham.
I have got like 8.5 pounds of ham
Bro,
at my house.
bring me some ham.
Yeah, bring some ham.
Oh,
in.
I'll bring some in.
Bring some ham.
You want me to bring some in?
Yeah, we'll have a ham day tomorrow.
I assume none of you were short on ham over Easter.
I didn't do
but-
any Easter stuff, so I didn't.
Oh, I bought a bunch of
but
food.
I had ham delivered to me still.
Yeah.
Got carrot cakes, lemon bars. I'm smashing as soon as I get home.
Wow. Oh, so you're just going to make yourself fatter is what you're saying. You're trying to get into shape, and you're going to go home and make yourself
You
fatter.
mean instead of at the stadium and just get like hot dogs and a walking taco?
Why do you have to eat everything if you're at the ballpark? What's
Because
the difference?
I'm going for the environment.
If you're going to get fat at home, why don't you come get fat with us?
Because I don't want to.
Man,
I want
too
to get
late
fat
anyway.
at home.
Whew. Yeah, it's too late. Yeah, people are hitting me up. I'll take a ticket. I'm not randomly buying people tickets. I would have bought him one.
It'd have been a nice thing to do together.
Whatever. He's got no interest in it, right? No interest.
No, I'm good.
I know what it is. I'll tell you what it is. It's because we'll be talking a little bit of shop, and because he never listens to the show while he's on it, he'll be lost immediately. What do you mean his name's Bill?
I'll be looking at butts.
Yeah, that guy right there, his name's Bill. What?
Who's Bill? I know a Bill.
I thought his name was Terry.
And this other white guy.
Yeah. Yeah, the Captain Fun cape is right on my desk if you'd like to wear it for the next 90 minutes.
What we should do is if one of us is having a bad day, we should make him put on the Captain
You've
Fun
got to wear the
I
Captain
agree.
Fun
I think
cape.
so.
Yes.
That should be the new thing is that if, like, when I start yelling at Bill, I have to put the Captain
Yep.
Fun cape on.
What did it used to be around here? It was the
Buzzkill.
Buzzkill cap. Captain
It was,
Buzzkill.
it was
yeah.
yeah, like the
Yeah.
Buzzkill crown.
There you go. We had
So
a crown,
whoever was,
and
yeah, I mean it wasn't a real crown; it was an imaginative crown.
I thought we had a real
No,
crown.
we
for
didn't.
No,
hot
you
We
just
should-
do the motions.
We should really do that with the cape.
I'm all for
though.
it. I love that.
Tomorrow's Tears Day, so I'll be cape ready.
Yeah, in the break, you're going to go grab the Captain
You
Fun
have
cape
to.
and you're going to
Fine.
put it on.
I don't care.
You only have to wear it for 90 minutes today. It'll be fine.
I
It's
will.
hot, though. Oh, that thing is uncomfortable. When I took it off at the end of Friday's show, and knowing me, I was like, I'm never going to make it through the whole show, right, with this thing because it's uncomfortable. But then I was like, who cares? It's a bit, whole show, right?
Yeah.
I took it. My neck was sweaty. So you're going to get a bit of my dried neck sweat on there, too.
Oh, yeah.
As long as it smells like you.
All right, man. Yeah, well. So anyway, the Indians pregame is set for like just after 3:30, and then the start downtown is around 4:10. So I go to, because I'm assuming parking is still cash. I don't know. I haven't had cash in a year, and I go to an ATM. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I walk in, some kid is standing there. Hey, man, you got change for 100? I got change for 100? What? No. I'm like, I'm going right here to this machine. Pull out some, because usually when you park downtown for these games, you got to hand a guy
cash is good,
a fistful of dirty 20s or whatever. I haven't had cash in my pocket. It feels weird. Just to have it in my pocket. I can't wait to get rid of it.
I think I only have $10. I'm gonna have to.
I'll give you
figure
some, but
something out.
well, I'll tell you $10.
Well,
Parking's like $50 down
I didn't
there.
take anything out. I wasn't thinking of it, and I didn't check my wallet before I left. I was like, "Oh, I always have some cash on me." But now that you're saying that, I'm like, "It's not. It's going to be more than
You
it
think they would
normally
be
is."
grateful to have people downtown going to a game, and they're
No,
going to charge you out the
no.
ass for
Well,
parking?
because there's fewer people going, so everything's going to be more.
I'm
But
gonna
they
have
should
a
be
$14
grateful that-
hot dog.
Yeah. Well, I'll happily have that.
They should be like, "Thank you so much for driving downtown and using our parking garage. Here, let,
yeah,
let
because
us
that's how they talk.
$15, $20.
Hey, thank you so much. The customer's always right. At the parking garage. No, the guy's standing there in
It
like
would
a
be Ubering.
Man, imagine if we just had our new studio already.
I was thinking about that. We could just walk.
We could just walk over. It would be incredible.
In that case, I would.
That would be
go.
a bit of a walk, though. On
That's not
like,
that's
opening
not a
day.
bad walk. It's 2 blocks really, maybe 3.
I'll tell you what, I was thinking about walking down and looking in the window today at some point.
See the
Yeah.
They
construction.
started the demolition already. I'd like to stick my nose up to the window and see what's going on
walked
there.
past it. I was at Hilarities with Bobby Kelly this weekend, and I walked past it. And yeah, like right now they're just like pulling out all the stuff that was there. Mm-hmm. But you know, it started, and I'm very like I'm just so excited to be down there.
We go put our butt cheeks on the window,
Yeah, get
and
things
we're the
started.
first ones.
Let me know if you see any boys.
We'll probably see boys downtown at a baseball game. Yeah.
At least one or two.
I'm talking about like that lives in the apartment building upstairs.
I'm not telling you a goddamn thing.
Fine, I don't care. I'll see for
I'm not
myself.
telling you nothing.
I'll Google Maps it.
We could be sitting at the ball game today. I'm going, hey, man, FYI, okay, off the record. I see anybody that looks of weight, okay? I'm going to elbow you when we're downtown. You're gonna, Psst, this guy.
12 o'clock.
14A, I think is where he lives, whatever the hell the numbers are down there. And not anymore.
Okay.
Not anymore.
So jealous.
Nah.
Jealous.
Parking's $10 on East 14th event parking is $10.
East 14th is way down.
Jesus, I don't want to. I want to get I'm happy to pay if it's like across the street.
That's Playhouse.
Yeah,
I'll park next to the Romo Fijo, and
14th, I thought.
further you
I
get
haven't
away,
worked
obviously it
downtown
gets
in
cheaper.
so long,
I don't want to walk that far.
When I go to Cavs games or like when I park downtown, I'll go to the PNC lot because on the weekends it's only like $4.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's not bad.
$4.
But it's
Wow.
like at this time of day though, it's worth it to just go downtown.
But when we would,
But I got to run into the ATM too because I didn't think about the cash thing.
but that's the thing. I had to make myself a note because usually when
How much cash you got?
I'm not going to say.
You already told everyone where we're sitting.
It's got enough for all of us to park. But normally when we'll do the show live somewhere for opening day, and I always have to remember, make sure you've got $75 for parking in your pocket. Okay. What? Huh?
Why don't you guys carpool? Why are you guys all taking separate cars?
Because we all drove separate cars.
And we're all
I don't want to
going
come back
home,
and get my
yes.
car.
I don't want to make anybody bring me back
Yeah.
here and get their it's.
I offered. I was like, if you guys want to drink, I'll drive. And then when you were like, no, we're not. I'm not going to get
I'm
drunk.
not getting
or
drunk.
whatever.
No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
And
get
then
drunk
also,
either.
if it's me, I'm like, if it starts to get cold, I'm gonna want to leave.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know Alan's gonna leave in the third inning.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Go have a hot dog, take a picture of it.
Yeah. Well, or whatever. I'll have a beer and watch some game. Yeah, and have fun. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not like a guy that's there the whole game.
Oh, I
Unless
know.
it's a nail biter.
Go to have fun and
Well, you don't
talk
find
some
out if
trash.
it's a nail biter when you leave in the third inning.
That is true.
The only nail biter is who's going to sing the seventh inning stretch? Who's going to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game"? Okay, Uber from the station. I don't want to come back to get my car.
Also,
You
Uber
guys-
isn't good right now.
right. You
Like,
guys
there's-
understand how this works, right?
Uber's like $40.
It really is.
And
It's
there's like
awful.
there's like 9 people doing Uber
Yeah.
in all of Cleveland. That should be your punishment, Captain Fun. You take a... No, I'm just kidding.
No, he's going home and fattening himself up like a Christmas ham, I guess. And that's fine. He's going to sit in front of his television, with his thumb up his ass, not do anything fun.
I'm going to get my cape. You leave me alone.
I got a break. You go get your cape, all right? If you want to join us, 35192. If you want to text, if you want to get to us live, 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
The Alan Cox Show on one. Call the Alan Cox Show. 216-578-1007 or 1-800-348-1007.
Push it. Push it.
216-578-1007. To call up 800-348-1007. 35192 if you want to send me a text. This is the look on his. I look over to see if he's wearing the Captain Fun cape. He's like,
He's loving it.
got a bag on his head. That's comfy, isn't it? At least it's soft.
Yeah,
Since Poundcake's not going with us at the game today, he just wants to go home and stuff his face in front of the television. He's got to wear the Captain Fun cape. And
I
why
understand
not?
why there's
frankly?
something wrong with that.
Wrong with what?
Me going home and stuffing my face in front of the television.
Because why not come and stuff your face at the ballpark with us? If I was going to buy you a ticket anyway.
I didn't know that until today.
No, but what I'm saying is, your response to us was no. If it had been so obvious,
I can't believe I'm the crazy one. Usually your response is no.
I didn't say you were the crazy one. What I'm saying is, if your response had been no, I can't afford that ticket, I would have offered. I'm not going to like preemptively offer if your answer is just no.
Yeah, because it's not.
Because I assume, well, maybe he's just got something going on.
No.
That's why I ask, and you go, no, just going to go home and stuff my face. So, listen, your life, right? A lot of times I am the one who's kind of like, eh. But today,
You're feeling it.
going.
I'm going to shake up my metabolism and go home and poop before I'm supposed to.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Ooh.
Anyway, shake up my metabolism.
Treat myself.
Yeah, right. As he stuffs his
I don't know
face
if you
with
know
snack
how
cakes.
metabolisms work.
Right. Hey, I heard from Brian, who's listening to the show in Albuquerque on the iHeartRadio app. If you do that from somewhere outside Ohio, tell me where you do that. Brandon listens in Paducah, Kentucky. Andrew is in Wilmore, Kentucky. We never did hear from Chris again. He was our bureau chief at McMurdo Station in Antarctica. And he would email us from time to time and say, hey, when the satellites are overhead, I listen to you guys. And he's at some research facility. Now, maybe he's not there anymore. Maybe he doesn't listen to the show anymore. The third option is we never heard from him after there was a huge fire at McMurdo Station in Antarctica about 1.5 years ago. And so I hope it's one of the first two scenarios and not the third. But whatever. If you listen to the show, thanks. Cavaliers, by the way, this is how this is going to break out on MMS, and I certainly hope it doesn't piss people off, but it is what it is. The Tribe home openers at 4:10, and then they cut away at 6:30 for the Cavs pregame because we air the Tribe and the Cavs. So the rest of the Tribe game is going to be over on 1100, but the Cavs here tonight. They're hoping to win.
That's a good.
That is the bar they have set for themselves. We just want to win a game, and they're hoping to do that tonight in San Antonio against the Spurs. I don't know who, Cadillac Anderson, I don't know who's playing for the Spurs right now. But whoever they've got, they're hoping that they can beat him tonight. Danny Ferry, I think, plays for the Spurs.
DeMar DeRozan's probably their
David Robinson,
best
sure.
player.
It's pronounced David Robinson.
DeMar DeRozan.
It's Nate-
Pronounced
Nate
David
Robinson.
Robinson,
No,
I believe
that's
is the
not
name
either.
that you're... So that'll be 7 o'clock tonight. Indians are at 1-2 right now. They avoided the sweep with the Tigers. The guy who got all the attention in Detroit yesterday was a rookie who homered on his first at-bat.
Nice.
Which is exciting, no matter who you are. This is a guy who plays for the Tigers named Akil Badu. He hit off, who's the new guy for the Tribe? Savali. Aaron Savali.
There's a lot of
right, yeah. And this guy, he's been bounced around a little bit, and he homers off his very first at-bat, which I guess is how you want to do it.
Yeah, that's a nice way to start your career.
To make this team as many challenges as he had in front of him. And A.J. Hinch tried to make him as comfortable as possible, and you couldn't do it. First pitch swinging. Deep left field. Way back. Storybook home run.
And Akil Badu, he did it just like you scripted it.
Now, I know what the guy means, storybook home run, but have you ever read a storybook that had a home run in it? What's the storybook that has the home run in it?
Casey at Bat would be the closest thing I can think of.
That Drew Barrymore movie where she gets kissed at the baseball game.
50 First Dates?
Never been kissed.
No.
No, the one with Jimmy Fallon. Home
That's
run.
Drew Barrymore, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Drew Barrymore, but it's not called Never Been Kissed. Never Been
called,
Kissed is the one where she goes into high school.
She pretends to, she's
what's
an
that?
undercover journalist.
Hot Summer. Sweet Hot Summer. No, that's Freddie Prinze.
It's First Catch? Summer Catch?
Summer Catch. No,
No,
Summer
Summer
Catch
Catch
is
is
Freddie
the
Prinze
Prinze
Jr.
Jr.
And he's on like a riding mower on the cover. I'm
Yeah.
serious. He's on like a riding lawnmower on the cover. What's the one where Drew Barrymore? She's like
Fever
standing.
Pitch.
Fever Pitch. Because...
Got it. Yes. Teamwork, guys.
Because Jimmy Fallon is married to Drew Barrymore's producing partner. So he's at home, and she goes, hey, well, why don't we make a movie with my husband? His movies all stink. Maybe he can get a good one. And this was pre the talk show, I think.
Yeah.
He did Taxi with Queen Latifah.
And they had to change the script on this one because the Red Sox ended up winning the World Series that year, and the whole idea was like he's a Red Sox super fan, and he wouldn't do anything until like they got married, or he wouldn't get married until they won the World Series or whatever, some dumb thing like that. And then they actually won. Like, oh, we got to reshoot this ending.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's your fairy tale with a home run in it.
Fever Pitch. Okay.
Storybook.
Storybook. That was a
Sorry.
movie. I'm talking about a storybook. Casey at Bat. That's something.
Is there an Air Bud?
Oh, you know what though? I don't know if there's a home run in it though, because I thought it was Casey ends up striking out.
Right.
So.
C-Spot Bat?
I'm just trying to think of the books that I've read any of my children over the years, and I don't recall one of them having a home run in it. Again,
children's books about baseball.
These color guys are speaking off the cuff, and I get what he means, but maybe that not eating an only monster thing was a bad idea.
Yeah, dummy. What did you think was going to happen?
I had some nuts earlier in the day. You know how much I love nuts, Bill.
Yeah, you're a big nut
I'm
guy.
happiest when my mouth is full of nuts. I just can't eat enough nuts.
Alan's like, I sniffed some spinach. I don't know what the difference is.
Sniff some spinach.
I prefer to call it kale whiffing, Mary.
I did my kale
I
whipping.
whiffed some kale.
I looked at the ham. What? That doesn't help?
No, I have a whole regimen. Although today I said, I'm going to change it up because we're going to the game and I want to be on my toes. Anything can happen. Anything can happen, right?
He's going to be all wired up and he's going to catch a...
I was just saying he's going to elbow a kid to catch a baseball. Just standing over him.
Yeah.
Do the do!
Be like, if you need all that ham, you fat piece of crap, you would have got this ball. And the kid's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I just wanted a ball.
No,
but I've been on record that I am not a fan of the giving the ball to the kids.
See, I am. Because I don't like the people who knock a kid down to get a ball. That's a grown ass man. The kid. What do I care?
The kid. If you got a ball and you get it to a kid, that's fine. But when a guy gets a ball and he's been going to games for 20, 30 years and he finally gets one. He's
a grown man.
I don't think he should have to give up that ball. But he's not a grown man. He's an adult child. There's a difference. There's a difference between a grown man and an adult child. And an adult child wants to keep the ball.
That's not the kid's fault, is my point.
Right.
I think that when it comes to a child and an adult child, the child should win.
The child should learn that if you want the ball, you got to be faster. You got to go get the ball. Yeah. So go get the ball. You don't just get handed everything in life. And that's why that guy needed that ball so badly. Because the only thing that brought him joy is getting that stupid foul ball. You give it to a 6-year-old and they're like, oh, a ball? People just give me these all the time. I don't care.
They don't appreciate it. But also, to your point, it might make for a good cautionary tale for that kid to go, oh, my God, this guy... I don't want to end up like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try to keep this in perspective. You make the point, this guy's been going to games for 20 or 30 years. That's fine. But after the age of 15 of those 20 or 30 years, no matter, however old he is, it should get in his brain that, I should defer to the actual children.
Nope. Absolutely not.
All right.
I used to be in your camp. I used to do a bit about it, actually. I used to be in the camp of, it's my ball. I bought the tickets with my own money to get in here. I spent money on booze. I deserve this, yada, yada, yada. And then after that, I feel like I worked on my mental health a little bit. And I was like, I should make a nice memory for the child. This isn't about me. I'm an adult. I don't need this ball. It would be cool, but what am I going to do with it?
To you, that epiphany was an improvement in your mental state.
To me, yes.
It's up to the people that are going. So, if you want to give the ball away, give the ball away. I'd probably give the ball away because I'm not going to it's not going to mean that much to me.
Right.
But if you're the guy that it does mean that much and you haven't done the work on your mental health,
that's what I'm saying.
Let that guy have the ball.
Oh,
It's
you're worried
probably
that something
better-
worse is going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, I'm
see.
saying, like, let him have the ball, because if he gets that ball, then maybe his life gets a little better for a while, and he doesn't, goes, you know what? They can change the name of the team. It's not that big of a deal. I got a ball while they're still the Indians. I'm happy.
You're saying that's an opportunity to de-escalate the situation for
Exactly.
future. Well, that I can sign
Right.
up for. But the whole, boy, I got a talking to over the weekend, too, and I made a point to mention to my 5-year-old that most of life is disappointment. It didn't go over well with my wife. My wife increasingly has, because I'm kind of pragmatic to a fault, and I think my kid's pretty smart, but sometimes I think I take that too far and I forget, well, she has a 5-year-old brain.
Right.
Yes.
Smart for a 5-year-old, right? My wife will give me the look a lot. I get the look, the slow head turn and the wide eyes, when I'll say something. And, oh, God, we were watching a nature show last night. It was on Fox, right?
Can
It
I
was
just say, before you get into this, Gwen is great at giving the look.
Yeah.
Her, some
She
people
has-
don't
Bill,
send it as well as Gwen
She
does.
has a decade and a half of practice
I
in
know.
giving it to me.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Saying a whole paragraph just with the look.
Yes.
Well, and she has gotten more than her fair share of practice with me. I don't know what happened before me. She probably might have given that look a couple of times to people because it wasn't really required. With me, it's required all the time. And I understand that. We're watching this thing last night about the King of the Lions or something they ran on Fox. Some
Not
2
the
hour...
Lion King, the
no.
King of the Lions.
It was basically documentary B-roll that they had Angela Bassett do a narrative over, and they turned it into a show. And we're
Samba, remember who you is.
yeah. It was like
King of the
Malika,
Lion.
Queen of the Lions or something. And one segment of this show was them stalking, the Pride of Lions, stalking impalas. And they did it in night vision, which means it's going to get gory. And they are kind of flummoxed at first in their attempts, and they circle back around and they take down this animal, and you can see him kind of tearing it up, all in night vision, so it's kind of black and white. And my daughter bursts into tears about how she's going on and on about how that impala could have had such a better life if she'd stayed alive, and why couldn't she live a nice long life, and all this stuff. And I was
also the advances that they've made in night vision, it doesn't have to be that green night vision anymore. So that's disappointing.
Well, this was
too.
black and white. It wasn't green.
But even that,
it wasn't
not
like SEAL
great.
Team 6. It was.
I mean, you could
tell what was going on.
You can do better than that.
I assume they switched it to the black and white night vision so that the
With some
screen
blood.
wouldn't be covered in blood red. Right? So when my wife's kind of consoling her and doing what I guess you should do like that, and obviously I'm famous for my inability to console, I go to, well, that's called the circle of life, and these animals, they don't, they're not sentient beyond I need to eat or will starve, But boy, she was upset. And so at one point I said something like, well, life is mostly disappointment. And I got the look, and I go, yeah, you're probably right. That's probably this might not be the time for life is mostly disappointment. But, it worked for me as a child, and I've turned into a perfectly normal, well-adjusted individual, and no one can say otherwise.
It's just such a foreign concept to me. Even though most of my life has been disappointment, I'm still just so much in the camp of just hope it's all going to be good. Just live it like it's going to be great, and when it isn't, figure it out.
I'm the same way. I'm an optimist in cynic's clothing. I'll always be an optimist, even though I don't sound like it. But the fact remains that life is mostly disappointment. It is just.
Yeah, but a 5-year-old doesn't need to know that.
There's a difference between her. There's a difference between her needing to know that and me telling her that.
Yes.
You're right. She doesn't need to know that now.
Right.
Yes.
But she does, and that's good.
Well, she doesn't need to know it at 5. She will need to know it at some point.
That's like a teenage thing, I think.
Well, no, you better get it before teenage.
Before teenage.
Kindergarten,
middle
first
school?
grade.
Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
No, I think middle school's. I think
middle
it's
school.
I think a little bit before middle school because there's so much
9 years old.
Once you start saying life isn't
9, 10
fair,
years old, you
it'd be
start. But you don't also have to say it exactly how he said it. You don't have to go, hey, life is mostly disappointment. You have to say, hey, you're going to take your lumps, all right? There's going to be some tough times, and it's not about how many times we fall down. It's about how many times we get back
there
up.
You go.
Something like that is a little more.
It's better.
It's a little easier to take than, well, there's going to be a lot of disappointment.
It's better.
Is there anything else?
It's
No,
better
that's
to
it.
talk to children in those in those posters, you know, like the motivational
there,
posters,
yeah,
than to go all Albert Camus on her, which I wasn't trying to do, but, you know. So I'm learning. Hey, Nick.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's going on?
So, little quick Indian story for you. Got my buddy had third baseline tickets. This is going back to when Infante played for Detroit Tigers, and we're third baseline, and I'm giving this guy a hard time, and because I'd almost caught a ball, but he actually caught it. And then a couple innings later, you know, we're all sitting there, and he gives me a bag of Skittles, and I'm rooting through for that purple Skittle. I hear the crack. I look up for a one-hop grounder. It bounces off my face and into the stands behind me.
But did you find the purple Skittle?
Needless to say, the Skittles...
they all became red.
His whole face looked like a giant purple Skittle after that. Yeah. So did anything break, Nick?
No. Luckily, it went right above my right eye. They came swooping down, like the ushers came swooping down. They were having me sign paperwork before I even sat.
Of course.
Was able to stand. And then the best part was whoever caught the ball off my face was cool enough to actually give it back to me.
Yeah, then you deserve it.
Yeah.
You're like, that has my blood on it.
What he did is, rather than put it in Nick's hands, what he did is he fit the ball back in the dent in Nick's skull and goes,
Right.
I think it's like a glass slipper for Cinderella. I think this is yours.
Exactly what.
Yeah.
It came with a $500 hospital bill, but it was worth it because I got a great story out of it.
Sure,
I was going to say, what would have happened if you didn't sign the paperwork? Could you have gotten like a settlement?
No.
No.
Not at baseball
On the
games.
back of your ticket, it says anything that happens to you isn't our fault.
Objects may leave the field or whatever.
Well, then what's the point of signing paperwork then?
To cover their ass, CYA.
Always double, triple checking, you know?
Yep.
And,
Nick's like, did you guys spell orbital floor fracture correctly on this? I want to make sure that... okay, thank you, Nick. I appreciate it. No, I got a little bit away from it, but that guy with the Tigers who homered his first time at bat, this guy, Akil Badu, has an amazing story, by the way. He came from like a wrestling family. His brother, Amir, and his sister, Yabada.
No, it's not real.
You've never heard of his sister, Yabada, Bill?
No, I don't want to go to the game.
What?
You're losing us, man. Come on, you're going to be alone in the stands.
Are you sure? Those are the kids in that family. Did you read that story? Akil Badu, Amir Badu, and Yabada Badu. I think I don't know. I like immigrant stories are very inspiring. Hey, Joe in Philly.
I'll stick with Erica.
Thank you.
What up, guys? I'm just still cracking up over Yabba Dabba Doo.
Well, yes, you're a normal human man, Joe.
I did not laugh. I just didn't want him to say it.
He was suppressing it. What's going on?
Hey, I'm glad you guys brought this subject up because I ran into a YouTube rabbit hole the other day of just watching people fight over foul balls, fight over bats. And, like, to see two grown men have, like, a tug of war with beers in one hand and a bat in the other, it's just cracking me up. But the one thing...
Hey, Joe, could you do me a favor? Could you post some of those links in the Discord?
Post which? Oh, some of the YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Thanks.
But in my current young fatherhood state, I've been... trying to teach like sharing and stuff to my two kids, and it's horrible to deal with, but I've come up with saying that it's just an imperfect world. Instead of saying it's like, well, you can't always get what you want, I just say it's an imperfect world, and like just deal with it. And like that's the best thing I can come up with to try to teach my stupid kids.
See, in the immortal words of one Mick Jagger, honey, and she's doubly confused by who the hell is Mick Jagger and why does him thinking that you can't always get what you want have any relevance to my life. You do what you can, Joe, right?
Yeah, you try every day.
Yes. All right, thank you, pal.
Yeah, be safe, guys.
Yeah, that what Nick was talking about, and I've told the story before, but when I lived in Pittsburgh, I had season tickets for the Pirates, but they were on the third base line. And so you're sitting there at every game. Those are like the death seats.
Yeah.
You're sitting there at every game wearing a helmet. Yeah. All you hear is bunk, bunk, bunk. It's all the smart people who are wearing helmets, sitting there like, oh, no wonder these were so cheap. Now I get it.
Well, at Progressive Field, they've extended the net that goes there, but they got rid of the canopy net. So now if you're sitting behind home plate or on those,
oh, really?
you can
all
catch
the
foul balls.
tips, yeah.
And I saw that on Cleveland.com this morning. I think that's a really good idea.
I've always had the dream or the wish that I would be like getting ready to catch a ball, and I do the thing where you like take your hat off and you like stretch and then you catch it in the hat. Like that's always been in my mind. That'll happen one day. Yes!
I caught it! Oh my God! Slow motion.
That's extra impressive because you have such a small head.
Right. It almost makes it harder.
And then you're gonna be standing there, and then there's gonna be a little kid in a hat, like.
Just like, oh, that would be one that I'd be upset about. Like, but like, did you guys see my impossible feat?
Did you see that? And then you look at the kid. Life is mostly disappointment.
Hey, things suck.
I know
okay?
this is disappointing for you, but it's great for me.
You're not even wearing a hat. Like,
not even. Okay, I've got a break. If you want to get a text, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com. If you want to watch there, and you can listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
We just helped you double your stimulus.
816-578-1007 to get to us live. 800-348-1007. 35192. Send me a text. AlanCoxShow.com. You can watch live there. Thank you to Kirby Bucket. Oh!
Kirby Bucket!
He's helping out in the video department today.
Never played baseball, though.
He's not, I was like, he's not busy today? Or?
Not busy at all. No,
okay.
no. Nope. Well, busy doing our video to the best of his or her abilities.
It's such a bummer we never get to meet him. Like
no,
the video
I like
people.
Actually, come on in, Kirby. I'm kidding.
I prefer to keep it that way. I like to keep it professional. Your Tribe pregame set for, I think, like 3:35 today, so we'll get out a little bit before that. And then your first pitch against the Royals, whoever they've got, Carlos Beltran. I don't know who plays for the Royals.
I don't know who plays for
Brett Saberhagen and the Kansas City Royals. Huh?
Carlos Santana does.
Another Carlos Santana?
No, the Carlos Santana that used to play for the Indians.
Oh, he went to the Royals?
I think he's on the Royals.
All right. Well, what about Jose Guillen? Is he still there?
I don't know.
He was a cromulent hitter.
He embiggened that staff.
Yes, he really did. So 410 is that start there, allegedly. I mean, if whatever is going to come through weather-wise.
It's only like 40% chance.
Does so quickly. Well, look outside. I mean, something's happening because it's coming in from Detroit.
Yeah.
So
it's drizzling in Rocky River.
There you go.
Maybe it just hasn't gotten here yet.
Usually when Mary's home.
Hey.
So, see what I did?
Are your windows open?
No, they were this morning. I had to. So I've just beat the clock on the Bozo train.
The Bozo train.
Well, so my cat, like, I will admit, I should clean her litter box out fully more than once a year, where I just, like, go through and, like, scrub it down, because it's a cat box. You don't want to do it. It's gross. But, like, I've been
do it once a year?
Like, fully clean it out, yes. Because it's just a pain in the ass to dump out all the litter and then scrub it all out.
Doesn't your whole place smell like cat?
It doesn't, and it started to. And I was like, I got to start doing this more regularly.
See, that's how that's when you know it smells really bad, when the person living there starts to notice it.
And that's what I thought.
Because every single person who has a cat goes, my place doesn't smell like cats, but anyone else walks in and goes, holy Christ, there's a cat here.
Well,
so when you start to notice it, you're like, it's really bad.
Well, here's the other thing is that, like, I didn't really notice it until I opened up my windows, because it's been nice over the past few days. So I had my windows open, and I felt like the cat smell was coming through my whole apartment. And I was like, all right, this is disgusting. I have to do something about this. So
maybe it was cat smell coming from another apartment blowing into your apartment.
The bushes outside do smell like cat pee.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what kind of
cats
cat
peeing on them.
No, it's like a certain type of bush that smells that way. You know what I mean?
Is it a boxwood? There's those jizz bushes, right?
Those are trees.
Those are trees.
Trees, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
depending on where you live.
Actually, I think I've...
Bill's trying to tell us that he used to have a really hot neighbor on the first floor, and he faced her window.
And made a dish. Sure. Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so... we don't have an outside spigot, so there's like two wash basins in the basement where, like, by the laundry. So I, like, went down there and I was like, I know I shouldn't be doing this. Like, I dumped out all the litter, but then I was, like, rinsing it in there, and I'm like, this is cat litter. This is gonna clog. Like, I knew it wasn't the best idea, but there was nowhere else for me to do it. We don't even have somewhere outside to hook up a hose to or anything like that.
Really?
I did a walk around the whole building and I didn't see anything. I thought that was weird too, unless I just didn't see it. But so I'm, like, scrubbing it out and I'm, like, cleaning it, and I got all this stuff, and I'm, like, trying to, like, do it quickly so that nobody catches me, because I'm, like, I was embarrassed by the fact that I was doing it in, like, a shared space. And so literally as soon as I got back upstairs, I hear Bozo's truck pull up, and he pulls out, like, this 200-year-old lawnmower, and he's getting ready to mow the lawn and rake the leaves and stuff. And I was like, yeah, just got it in.
He's got a manual band mower that he's dragging across the front lawn.
He was just spraying the top of it with WD-40 today. Like the top of the lawnmower.
Yeah. Hey, I got to mow the lawn. I wasn't kidding. Boxwoods smell like, we have boxwoods and they smell like cat pee.
That's what it is. It's got to be. Yeah. But that's, I mean, again, like I said, I need to be better about doing that. And usually I'll do it before I come have someone stay over. Like if a comic or somebody is coming to stay at my place, I'll usually do it then. And I haven't had anybody at my house in forever. So, yeah, I was like, trying to beat the clock.
I will say, I don't know how your landlord is just so content with being stuck in his ways. Like when he could buy a lawnmower.
Have you ever met an old person?
But something that would be more convenient, like a push mower or a sit down mower.
Those are expensive.
Yeah, he doesn't like to spend money. Based on the way that he repairs things, I would say he doesn't like to spend money.
His duct tape budget is huge.
I can't believe he doesn't listen to your show.
He doesn't know what I do. I don't think he cares what anybody does. As long as you pay the rent, he really doesn't care.
Alan, those boxers are supposed to be cleaned once a week. Full dump, wash, refill. Listen,
once a week,
I'm not
please.
telling Mary. I have no experience with caring for a cat. I don't know how that works.
I would say once a month. I don't know that there is a single cat owner that fully dumps the litter box and hand washes it once a week. That's like people who say they change their bed sheets every single week. I don't believe you either.
I do.
You change your bed sheets every week.
Every week, religiously.
I don't believe that.
I did when I lived with Grandma.
Yeah!
She did.
Well, she did, yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that so hard to believe? It's every 7 days. It's not a huge hurdle. It's not a big deal to wash your sheets.
Every 2 weeks.
Oh,
It
okay.
just seems like a lot. A cat box thing, I don't know if I'm in the minority here on that one, but once a week is a lot. And you're going through, that's a ton of litter, too. Litter is not cheap.
Yeah.
At least the good stuff.
Well, plus, my wife and I, we're putting all kinds of stains on those sheets, and, so, yeah, once a week.
Does the laundry even get your super sperm out?
Yes, because I use Tide. And that's not an ad.
What do you do? You wear a condom, so I feel like it should be pretty clean.
But mine usually overflow.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Alan Cox. Super Sperm.
Taking it off and then whipping it around the room?
Yes, I have to be very careful when I take it off.
What a dream.
It's like when you pull the water balloon off the hose when the hose... Yeah, what a dream. That's his dream. Why is that a dream?
Just having something overflow, like it's like I'm 17 all over again.
Yeah, well. Alan Cox Show After Hours line. You can always call us there. It is 216-986-8903.
Hey guys, it's Ihor again, the guy who wasn't a fan of Poundcake drinking with the microphone against his throat. I just finished
with a what?
The mic against his throat.
The Poundcake's latest episode, and want to make a few comments on it again.
By the way, the latest Poundcake podcast is at alancockshow.com, and it's getting, from what I understand, overwhelmingly positive reviews. Is that true, or did I just make that up?
I've heard this is the only guy that has complained about the wine, which was one instance, and whatever he's going to complain about
in the
now.
same episode, though, because that was with Fancy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard any complaints with this
happy
episode.
to say there weren't any weird mouth or throat noises this time, though based on the constant sound of glasses being refilled, it sounds like they polished off an entire jug of Carlo Rossi.
We did.
I
can't even.
Carlo Rossi.
He's got me there. He's got me there. We did polish off an entire jug. Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right.
Yikes.
I'm not sure who inserts the ads into the podcast, but kudos to them for putting in a plumbing ad for block pipes as Poundcake and Fancy were talking about butt stuff. The timing was impeccable. Now, this last one might lead.
Well, they really do shoehorn those ads in there, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
There seems to be no rhyme or reason. As much as they're trying to sell the podcast, there's no rhyme or reason. It'd be like mid-sentence and some dumb ad comes on. They can't figure out how to do that?
It's technology,
Yeah,
Alan.
right.
They find a pause and they go, there it is.
Yeah.
Some Poundcake criticism from Alan, just like I did last time. But for somebody who has their own podcast, why is Poundcake too cheap to actually buy a microphone for his in-person guests to use? He mentioned that he got the one that he's currently using for free. Now, if you're going to have guests...
But you're using a headset mic, yeah?
That's when I do it via, Zoom. In person,
Oh,
we're
I
sitting
see.
at a table, and continue. I don't know what else he's going to say.
And at least put in the investment to get a second microphone, man. Hell, I'll give you a coupon code for my store's website if that helps.
So this is what he wanted. He just wanted to plug his store.
Well, there's a coupon code. He's trying to help.
There's nothing wrong with my mic. It sounds fine.
Oh, right. What are you yelling at me for?
Right, but Fancy doesn't sound as good.
He does. I had to switch the mode on which I had the mic. Go ahead.
No,
Bill.
but
Wait, is there a setting for fancy mode?
Well, no, there's it's a multi-directional microphone.
Omnidirectional.
So he set it to an omnidirection, which is good, and that's better. But still, it picks up a lot of room noise with those mics. And, getting a little mixer and a couple of mics isn't a ton of money.
Okay.
Just wanted to give a shout-out to all the people running the vaccinations at the Wolstein Center. I got my shot on Friday. And I'm pretty sure I spent more time in the parking
This
garage.
guy's laying everything out.
He's got a lot to say,
than I did inside the actual arena. Kind of bummed that I haven't experienced any of the anti-vaxxer side effects. I was really hoping to grow like a third arm to make my photography work a little more convenient, but sadly no side effects or urges to go buy a new Microsoft Surface Pro yet.
You should probably get a new phone, guy.
Oh, he's doing a bit. All right, well there you go. He got his.
That was funny.
He got his vaccination at the Wolstein Center, and
Your second one's coming up, right, Bill? This weekend or next
This
weekend?
Saturday, yeah.
This Saturday.
there you go.
It's the one that knocks you on your ass, supposedly.
Yep. And I've got nothing planned, so I'm going to just
Yeah,
get my
mine is
shot
a
and-
week from
yeah.
Saturday.
Give him a shot and then take it easy.
Man,
Fully vaxxed.
I got a bad week the week I'm getting mine. I get my second shot Monday, and then Wednesday I'm supposed to have biopsies done. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do those back to back if my body's fighting off.
Ask him.
Who do I ask?
Say, hey, can I get scraped out the day after my second shot?
Well, it would be 2 days after.
Can I get scraped out 2 days after my second shot?
I feel like that you shouldn't be cutting parts of your body out if your immune system is actively fighting
Well,
something.
ask your box doctor.
Okay.
Right?
The thing's just it's so annoying because like if you cancel it, it's like 2 months before you can get it done again.
You should be okay. But
Like, I
because it's
scheduled
they
this
say
one
like
in
2
February.
Days, though. Like
Yeah.
So maybe you'll have a rough couple of days, but you should be all right.
I was on my
positive.
way. I was on my way into work this morning. I was behind a car that had a vanity plate that was MCLMORE. And I was trying to figure out every possible permutation it could have been
McClure. because
I did not want to come to the conclusion that somebody had a Macklemore vanity plate. So I'm like, MCLMORE. Because your brain immediately goes Macklemore, and I go, that can't possibly be right.
MCLMORE.
So I'm like, maybe it's an orthopedic surgeon, like MCL more, or
Maybe he tore his MCL and now he has more.
That's what I'm saying. I was trying to figure out what it could
Or maybe
possibly be, other than
it's not a
this
tribute
guy's
to
really into
Macklemore.
Macklemore. What?
Maybe their last name is just Macklemore.
Or maybe their name is like, maybe they're Irish, is like McElmore or something.
Gilmore.
Yeah.
They could just be a Macklemore.
Man. But still, that means that everybody, I can't be the only one who gets behind somebody and goes, oh my God,
Maybe it was Macklemore.
this person's really into Macklemore.
What kind of car was it?
I don't remember.
One that
Mid-size.
Does it look like
Macklemore
something
one?
you'd buy at a thrift shop?
Not like a.
Was it a moped?
No, it was like a Ford Escape or something. I don't know what it was.
It was probably Ryan Lewis.
Who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Macklemore's the dude.
So I was trying to figure out every possible run of that. I'm like, maybe it's, oh boy, maybe they're into Elmo. Maybe it's more Elmo.
Or maybe they like fishing. And it's
Or lay it on me.
Macklemore.
Macklemore?
Yeah, Macklemore.
Macklemore. Yeah. Sure. I would rather have that than something else it could possibly be.
I'm in a real pickle because I tried to reschedule. I canceled my appointment because I'll be in Portland. So I'm trying to like...
What appointment?
His second shot.
My second shot.
Oh.
And now I'm having trouble getting back in there. I went to like the Get the Shot website and nothing's like popping up for me.
So you delayed your second shot because you're going to be out of town.
I'll be out of town. And I tried to pick up where I left off, like, 18th. Well, I'll be back the 19th. So like the 20-something. Couldn't see anything. Yeah.
I wonder what happens then. Well, how long do you have?
Well, you've got,
got a
depending,
while.
yeah, you've got a little bit on it, I
A
think.
couple months?
I mean, it tells you on the
It
after.
says expiration like June or July or something like that. But
Yeah, he's got plenty of time when he comes back.
worst case scenario, I just be an irresponsible person and I get fully vaccinated, like a lot of the country.
Wait, what?
He's saying he just won't get a second shot.
Yeah, he says worst case scenario is I won't get fully vaccinated. Like, why do anything half-assed?
Captain Fun over here. Who are you
Captain
talking
Fun,
to?
that's
Huh.
right.
I don't mean to.
Worst case scenario.
But if they're not going to make it convenient for me, like I'm trying
Oh
to.
my God! You're the one
trying
who
to-
canceled it. They had it all set up, automatically scheduled it for you. They made it as convenient as they could.
They
for
didn't
you.
do anything. You
And
canceled
they're
it
not gonna make
because
it
going to
convenient for me.
Portland for some reason is more important than the other stuff.
And you knew you were
Portland.
going out of town. You could have scheduled it on a date when you knew you weren't going to be gone.
I tried to. It wouldn't let me.
Yes,
no,
they would.
no. When they give you the shot, they schedule it.
And they
Yes.
tell you if you need to change the date, there's people at the front desk. You can go change your date. They told me that.
They didn't tell me that. They
They-
because I'm
they
stupid.
did.
I was
but
at the
you were just
Wolstein.
like, oh, they're so hot.
I was at the Wolstein the exact same time you were. These guys are so bored because they're repeating the exact same information to everyone. It's a script. They tell everyone. So the exact same thing they told me, which is that if you need to reschedule your second shot, you can, is the exact same thing they told you. Guaranteed. And you were going, these guys, I got a boner. Or whatever it was, right?
I thought it was a side effect.
You thought a boner was a... No, I'm not saying it's not. But,
No, I'm just saying it wouldn't go down. I thought that was a side effect.
Excuse me, is priapism a potential side effect of the Pfizer vaccine? Well, listen, you do you, right? I mean...
I figure it out.
Whatever, yeah,
just keep checking the website. There'll be stuff that opens up.
Sure. I could go to another... I don't have to go to Wolstein, although I want to.
Yeah.
But
and if you get the coronavirus in Portland, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
If you pick up the Rona because you're doing some dirty, you're tasting the city.
I'm not doing any dirty. I'm not going to taste the city.
Well, then why are you going?
Because I want to go on a scavenger hunt. I want to go around and see sights and stuff.
By the way, I was going to mention to you, Mary Lou, that trip you're doing down Pacific Coast Highway.
Yes.
You better make sure that giant chunk that fell into the ocean has been fixed. Remember about a year ago, there was 6 months ago, there was a huge portion of PCH that was gone?
No, I do not remember
You
that.
should figure out if that's, you might have to do a huge detour.
It was like a mudslide.
I think they should just put a ramp.
Nah.
Jump over.
Are Kias good at ramps?
Action Park. Huh?
Are you taking your Kia out there?
Oh, no, I'm actually going to rent a car. I don't know why I thought
You're going to rent the exact same car
Yes.
you have?
Do you have a 2017 Kia Forte? Preferably 56,000 miles on it.
Most people are like, you're renting car. But you should look into that, too, because the rental car situation is
It's
screwed
terrible.
up. Yeah.
Well, because I'm having a lot of trouble getting one for Denver at the end of the month.
Why is it screwed up?
Because they all sold their cars.
Yeah. Everybody started traveling again at once. They sold their fleet,
Yeah.
and then everybody comes back and starts traveling. So there's just the supply outstrips the demand outstrips the supply.
There's like record numbers of people going on spring break.
Yeah.
They don't have enough flights or anything.
My sister and my mom and my sister's kids, my nieces, are going down to visit my brother in Kentucky this week because my niece is on spring break. And my mom wanted to rent a van to take down. And she said it was like, I don't know if this is true, but she said it was like $600 a day to rent like an
That's
8-passenger
insane.
van. Because she said every place was like, she was like, normally it'd be like, the vans are more expensive. They're like $200. But she said they were like $600
A buddy
a
of mine
day.
works for Enterprise Corporate. Like, he deals with fleets. And he's like, it's crazy how much everything is now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Can Poundcake get his second shot in Portland? Well, you don't want to do that.
Well, you can. I know people
Yeah,
who
but
are...
if that second shot knocks you on your ass,
that's
you don't
true.
want to be like
Have to
laid up
fly
in
the
Portland.
next
I think you should
day.
have to. I think you should have to ruin his vacation.
It's literally like 4 days. I can tough it out.
Alan, I got my second shot on Friday. I have a low immune system due to a transplant, and I had no issues whatsoever.
How old are they, though?
I don't know, but that's the best case scenario because a lot of people who don't have any issues are getting, like, the day after they get the second shot, they're like napping all day long. You know, if that's the worst thing that happens, you're doing pretty well.
Well, that sounds nice, actually.
An all-day nap.
I love an all-day nap.
Well, I feel like I didn't have severe side effects to the first one, but I was feverish, chills, tired for 2 days, didn't want to do anything after the first one. But I know I didn't.
After the first one.
Yeah, remember I was in here and I almost went home. I was like, I think I'm going to take off because I was like, I made Bill touch my face. I was like, am I hot?
She was all
I'm
flushed.
Like, I'm shivering and my chest is burning. I'm like, this doesn't feel good.
He's flushed. Yeah, so
it might knock me on my ass.
We'll
then.
hit up the Portland Department of Health or something.
Yeah,
Go. Hey, I'm going to be in town.
I'll text our roommates.
Get my second shot.
Oh my gosh! But these these guys are exotic gays. Like they're flying in an airplane. They were flying in an airplane yesterday. But, no, literally, like they're
Exotic
one of those,
gays. They were up in an airplane.
But like they weren't in like a normal plane. It was like one of those fighter jet things. And I was like, oh my god! And they're like seeing the mountaintops and like they just do exotic stuff. So I'm like, I just want a piece of that.
Man, they're dinks.
Yeah, they have like a lot of money and. All they do is travel. They're like, well, after this, I think we just want to go to Seattle just for a bit. I'm like, I hate y'all.
Well, yeah, but if you had no other responsibilities, you would spend your money on traveling. It's the best thing to spend your money on.
Seeing waterfalls and going to all these, like...
Jason Waterfalls. It's a good friend of theirs.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. Congratulations.
Just want a piece.
Yeah, understood. Okay, I've got to take a break here. Your Tribe pregame, by the way, is set for around 3:35. 4:10 is the first pitch for the home opener against the Royals at Progressive Field. And then Cavs basketball tonight, both of those here on WMMS. 35192 if you want to text, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100. voice man. He's the man of 1,000 voices.
Greatest voice man that ever lived.
None of which will make you laugh.
But he never took a performance for granted.
Alan Cox.
On 100.7 WMMS.
Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool.
Things do not look good for DMX. You're gonna. He is on life support. He is in a vegetative state.
What happened?
He had a heart attack, he had an overdose, or heart attack from an overdose.
Y'all gonna make me cry my tears up in here, up in here.
Earl Simmons, he just turned 50 right before Christmas, and he has been in and out of trouble for 2+ decades, boy. There's always something going on.
The real deal.
He's the real deal. After Biggie and Tupac died, man, he was the guy. You got all these fake hard SoundCloud douchebags like Tekashi 6ix9ine. DMX was the real deal. I say was because, again, it doesn't look good. He's been on life support. He's on a what are they called?
Ventilator.
Ventilator. I was thinking a breather. Anyway, in a vegetative state. They've got him on life support. He's Murray Richmond, who is his lawyer, said that he had a heart attack at his home, and because he has lived a difficult life. He expressed the pain and suffering of his life in a very unique way. That is a great way to describe DMX, by the way. But everyone involved, his family, his friends, say that they are very, very worried.
They're all flying in.
About DMX. Obviously, this guy was constantly in trouble with the law. He was arrested all the time for fraud and for assault and for drugs and guns and animal cruelty. He was fighting dogs. Always something. He served time in jail.
And celebrity rehab.
Every time he'd come back, you'd be like, oh my God. A, DMX is still alive. B, I'm so happy to see him. But he is not doing well right now. And so, huh?
I'm looking up his net worth. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's looking up his net worth.
It's the most important thing to him.
So,
Never mind.
What is his net worth?
Negative $1 million.
Yeah, because he spent it all on lawyers. Like this guy, again, this is the trade-off that you make. If you're going to be real and you're going to be hard, if you're going to be that guy, you're not going to stay rich because you're spending all your money on bail and lawyers and getting out of trouble. And like his wife was, accused of things with him, and
yikes.
At least he knocked T.I. and his wife off the front page. But things, DMX, this might be the roughest ride of his life, if you will. How you like that?
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. So, listen, whatever you think of his music, we send our good vibes to the Simmons family.
As kids, we always did I don't know if you did the different version of that song where we would go, stop, drop, fat boy eating pork chop. Oh no, homie G eating sloppy joes, and we would sing that to the fat kids.
Yeah, no, because you were a kid when I was in college, so
that's true.
I did not do that.
You didn't sing the pork chop version?
That is adorable.
I mean, it's the same thing that kids do now with WAP. They sing, what's it called? The cheese and...
Wings and pizza.
Wings and pizza, yeah, the good version.
DMX has been a really bad drunk for 10 plus years, somebody said. Well, yeah, he has run the gamut. That's why the guy's not going to have a net worth of $50 million because, mid-90s...
Kept it real.
He kept it real. He had a handful of hits, and whatever money he made from that, went away. What are you going to do? I mentioned to Bill, too, that it looks like Coors Field in Denver is the front runner for the MLB All-Star Game.
I thought it was already taken care of.
I think it might be, but I see something here and there where they're like,
July? Is that what
July,
it is?
Yep. They moved it out of Georgia. It was set for Atlanta, but because of the voter suppression laws that basically amount to voter suppression that they passed in the state of Georgia.
I love listening to people try and explain why it's not voter suppression. Where they're like leaving out huge parts of the law changes. They're like, what? You got to have an ID to vote? That's a bad thing? It's like, that's not all they did. That's not what they're doing.
Right.
They're not just saying, hey, you have to have your ID to vote. They're saying they're doing a lot of other things to try and keep black people from voting.
That's right. It's the same people who say that Planned Parenthood only does abortions.
And then they sell the baby parts.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
Well, on the
Yeah.
black market. Jana, sorry. We were talking about the rental car. DMX has 15 kids. Well, that too.
That'll give you a heart attack.
That for people traveling.
X said he's going to give it to you. He did not lie.
He really did. He didn't say he didn't say he was going to take it out of you.
Yeah.
He was going to give it to you. All these rental car companies, they sold the cars to stay afloat.
Yeah.
And now there's no cars.
Right.
So, yeah, it's the demand outstrips the supply.
I always feel bad too, like, because when you headline clubs, they're more likely to do nice things for you, like have you picked up from the airport. But the club that I'm headlining is an hour north of Denver. And so I'm like, I don't really want to ask to have the host of the weekend drive down an hour to pick me up, because I've been that person and it sucks. Where they're like, I would live in Toledo. They're like, hey, can you drive into Detroit and pick the headliner up? And I'm like, oh, come
But aren't
on.
you staying near the club?
Yes, but I was going to rent a car and not have to worry about it. That way I can just
from the
drive
airport.
From
Yeah,
the
but-
airport.
oh, I see.
Yeah,
Also, it's not worth it for you to go out there and have to pay $200 or $400 to rent a car.
I just feel like bad.
But
like,
don't, because
guilty.
that's part of the weekend. And like
They factored that cost in.
It's your buddy, right?
Yeah.
That books and owns this club.
Yeah.
So he'll set something up
And
for
he
you.
said that. He's like, I can arrange for it if you need it. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
set it up.
You
It's-
know.
I got picked up, like, when I was one of my first weeks on the road, I got picked up by the club owner as an MC.
Oh, wow.
So, like, it's part of the job. Like,
Yeah.
they're trying to get the people in there. And, like, he made me feel bad about it the whole time. But
still
it's
gotta
also,
ride.
but I still got to ride.
Right.
And he's like, you know, at the end of the week, he's like, you know, I was just busting your balls and stuff about all this. And I was like, yeah, I kind of picked that up off of you real quick.
First of all, that's no way to treat the
Balls.
master of ceremonies, okay?
Master.
You're calling me the master of ceremonies. So
No,
you bet your ass you pick me up.
Because they get around that by spelling it EMCEE.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter that you
But
would
you're
be the
not
mistress of ceremonies.
You're not
either.
the MC.
No.
You're the headliner.
Right.
So they can come and pick you up.
I guess it just feels,
Right, but that's the Midwest nice in you.
look at my
Yeah.
teapot. You know?
You're keeping your Midwestern roots right in there. If it makes you feel any better, most people from in Denver now are from the Midwest. So it's
Right.
like, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Hey, Rick, hello.
How you doing, Mr. Cox?
What's going on? You ready for opening day?
Yeah, I hope we win it.
Boy, I do too. I hope we win it. We're 1-2 right now. Yeah, I hope we win.
Yeah, I mean, what? Man, how was your Easter? Everybody Easter. How
Easter was
everybody-
great.
Lots of eggs.
We went to dinner. We went out to eat on Friday for the first time in a year, and I swear to Christ, it was like I didn't know how to talk to another person. It was so strange. You know, like the first time you do television, you're like, what do I do with my hands?
Yeah.
It was like that. I was sitting there, I was like,
You're spilling
what?
stuff.
Yeah. I was looking at the menu, and she asked me something. I just looked at her. I was like, I think, so weird.
This table's wobbly. I have to leave.
No, I put my thing underneath. I was the only one who wasn't going to leave for the wobbly table. Go ahead,
I
Rick.
heard y'all talking about the wobbly table.
Man, I'll tell you what. I am surrounded by non-problem solvers, Rick. What can I tell you?
I just don't want a wobbly table.
Lordy.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, y'all was talking about, who was that? The rap star y'all talking about that, that you was talking about.
DMX.
Yeah, okay. Him and then Tupac get killed.
Yeah, once Biggie and Tupac were taken out of the way, that's why I can't believe nobody ever looked at DMX. Once they were gone, DMX, he was the undisputed king.
Yeah, but now it's Snoop and Run DMC.
Well, they predated. They were around prior, too. I'm talking about, like, from 96 on, it was DMX, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But see what I'm saying, Mr. Allen? When you sign up with a record label like Death Row Records,
Yeah.
what do you look for?
What? What?
Death Row Records.
Death Row Records,
They
yeah.
always signed up with.
Yep. Well, DMX was with Rough Riders, though. I don't think he was part of Death Row Records.
I think you better look a little deeper.
I will go a little deeper. I will. You're saying that it's part of the conspiracy.
Listen, I would never sign with a label company named Death Row.
Yeah.
Okay?
I understand.
It's an omen.
Suge Knight was hanging dudes out windows. I mean, I understand.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Right.
listen, fortunately, Rick, that's a decision you and I will never have to make. Should we or should we not join Death Row Records?
No.
Nope.
I'll join, I better not say
You would join Commuted Sentence Records.
I won't say something, but I don't think that'd be proper for me to say.
All right, good.
Hey, Mary.
Hey, Rick.
I mean, his guys been flooding at you. You go, girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, Alex, one more thing.
One more thing, yes.
I've been asking people about this for years. Now, why do they have a bunny giving out chicken eggs? Where do that relate? The Easter bunny. Now, we know anything that's a fowl like a hen, a chicken, a pheasant. Like, wait a minute, now hear me out. How do the Easter bunny fit in there? What, he walking down the street and the chickens run out of chickens that pass out the egg and the bunny came over and volunteered? Somebody explain that to me.
I don't know.
I got it for you.
Yeah, lay it on me.
Through God, all things are possible. That simple.
Say what?
Through God,
it's
through
'cause of
Jesus,
Jesus.
through Jesus, all things are possible.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
A bunny can distribute eggs on behalf
Chicken
of a
eggs.
chicken. Yeah.
No, Bill, I'm not going with that.
Rick,
Me neither.
Rick, rabbits procreate and they have tons of kids, and so maybe it's a symbol of spring and new life.
Fertility.
No rabbit has tons of kids. Well, what do they have to do with an egg?
A rabbit has as many kids as DMX.
Yeah, but that's not, they don't know alternate eggs. Okay?
Listen, Rick, I'm with you. Whatever you say, I'm on your side.
No, you're not.
I am. Always. I'm Team Rick.
How do a bunny be walking around giving out
You have a heart out
chicken
today,
eggs?
Rick.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to...
Wait, one more thing.
All right.
Don't we think these children are confused enough? Now we teaching these kids that a rabbit or bunny walk around with chicken eggs.
I think we can't confuse kids enough. It keeps their brains mossy. It keeps them thinking about alternative explanations, and that's all good.
Oh.
Okay, I gotta go, Rick. Thank you. There's Rick. Thank you, pal. Okay, we gotta go. Yeah,
Time
we gotta
to go. That's it.
William, what do you got coming up?
New episode of the Bill Squire Show. Check it out now on the iHeartRadio app.
Mary Lynn.
Mary Santora Comedy on Instagram. Mary_Santora on Twitter.
Ooh, Poundcake.
Radio Cody B on Twitter and Instagram.
Okay, cool. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. We will return tomorrow around 2 o'clock for a full show. Your Indians pregame coverage is minutes away. And then Cavs game tonight, both here on WMMS. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
And now I must leave you as the Brady Bunch is on, and I find 4 of those children incredibly arousing. Get out of here.
Be careful of what you say. Be careful in every way. Be careful of what you do. Big Brother is watching you. Be circumspect and discreet. Stay light on